Hey guys, it's Amber, and we are on, we're on December Daily Eve. So it's November 30th of 2021. And to be honest with you, I'm super excited for December Daily to start. I already have my day one video prepped and ready for you guys. It's going to release at 6 a.m. Surprise! And that is because I had decorated before December started, and I really wanted to play with products, especially because I was feeling so intimidated. So what I wanted to do was kind of get a fresh look back at my last 2 years worth of albums. So I have 2019 part 1 and 2 here, and I have 2020 off to the side, out of sight for now, but I'm going to show you. I'm not going to go into full walkthroughs. I have full playlists of videos from every single day and walkthroughs for both of these albums, but I just kind of wanted to go through them, partly just for the excitement, partly to like re-inspire myself. So 2019 album 1, I used a ton of this crepe paper from that year. It was massive. So I screenshotted something from Allie here and used that as part of my intro. And this was like my favorite title page I've ever done. This was the Amy Gretchen class in product play that year, where she taught everyone how to do these hexagons and make your own transparency. And I had a ball doing this, and it was just so outside of anything I'd ever done, and I truly loved it. So that's my intro. I love including a calendar every year. And one of my favorite tricks, I don't feel the need to, one, these are tiny and you can barely fit photos on them, so I don't feel pressure to do photos. I don't feel pressure to write something every day. Clearly this one's not filled out, and sometimes it's really fun just to include some little pictures that kind of actually match your story, like little puffy stickers. So day 1 is my tree story. Day 4 was probably about the cats. Here's probably when I mailed my Christmas cards. Here I probably baked cookies. Here's probably a story about stockings, you know, things like that. So just kind of fun and a great way to use up your stash. And then I added, you know, some important stuff. I've been trying for the last few years to put our names and ages. I still have to figure out where that's going to go in my new album this year. So little intro page, and then day 1. And day 1, sorry, is usually a tree decorating story. So I love making my own transparencies. This was an Allie file from the prep party that year. Plain tree, decorated tree, and then I always love doing something interactive. These paper trees from Felicity Jane are awesome. I always try to put some journaling and pictures of each of the kids. Here I used a Trader Joe's bag. I think I did this in 2018 as well, if I remember, but I couldn't in 2020 because they didn't have paper bags at my store. They had plastic. But the word on the street is they have paper again this year. So just something fun, including, you know, something real. And just trying to balance all the details and the fun and use the products in a fun way. Telling milkshake stories. I took an awesome picture of my Shake Shack shake today, so that'll probably be going in my album this year. Ornaments and using up some products. Stash. There's my kitty story. One of the things I love doing is putting these 3x4 tags back to back. Just looks really fun with the ribbon. I also ask my family every year to fill out little 4x6 cards. This year, I think I'm going to use the 4x8 cards that were in the kit, or, you know, as an option. But here I, you know, made my own little star die cuts there, and then just kept this one really, really simple. I'll show you the ones that we did for 2020. I gave them a couple questions, and then I asked them to like circle this or that kind of things. I haven't made mine this year. I need to. Telling a story about music, but in what I've started doing, instead of just telling my favorite music, I've started showcasing new music to me that year. So that year, you know, Taylor Swift's single came out, or Leah Michelle's Christmas album came out, things like that. Just a way to keep it fresh and new. And I always love trying to, you know, have a Holly Jolly Christmas, Follow Law card, holiday playlist, Joy to the World card. You know, I love trying to, they're fun Christmas sentiments that are all based in song, which I love. I love wreath pages, and I can't wait to play with the wreath vellum page for 2021. And that should be really interesting. I also give myself permission to have multiple page layouts if I want to. Here I, you know, took circle die cuts and cut them into the shape that I wanted to match other themes in my album. Mounted them on acetate for see-through effects. Here's a page that I actually really love. There are a million photos in here and it's very thin. You would hardly know it. So we have a photo here. We've got 6 photos on the inside. And then there's even 4 hidden under here. So that was what their glass ornaments looked like as they were making them before they were fired. And that's what they look like there. So that's a really fun page. This was like a white manila folder that I had that I trimmed down. There's another family tag. I love getting their little handwriting in there. I love these circle die cut pages. Both of this one and the one in my 2020 albums are some of my favorites. Here I took a photo of a new wreath that I really liked. Cut some die cuts in half. They were like plastic. Here was another awesome transparency I made myself from Nikki Latz. If you don't follow her, I highly recommend it. She's got some awesome free downloads. There was our Christmas card that year. I took the rose gold thing to heart and picked a Christmas card that kind of matched our theme that year. And this year I told a story about a Christmas book that I got, which I also did in 2020, and I will do again in 2021 because it's fun. Nice place for your eyes to rest. We used to go to holiday parties before COVID, so I miss having that in my album every year. Just had like a little flip out there. Again, using more of that awesome paper. Taking full advantage of, you know, having awesome photos, or a photo of all 5 of us. Here I did another hexagon style see-through page. Visiting with family. Using this as a page barrier, you know, for both sides so that it kind of goes with my theme. Having fun with flip outs. And that's the end of album 1. So I will admit, if I hadn't already said it, I'm intimidated by the 10x8 album. I feel like I have really gotten the 6x8 albums down. And I really love certain ways of doing things. So it'll be interesting. So started out with another tag here from the family. Starting to get a little bent, which is unfortunate. Looks like I need a little bit more adhesive here. Quick selfie. I feature my grandpa's poems. So this is a tab so that, you know, this can pull out and open up. So this is how he prints them and like he signed it. So I just leave it on its own paper. I don't try to, you know, redo it or anything, but I have several of those in different albums. And I realized when I was going through my stash of stuff, I never put in his poem from last year's album, so I need to do that. Another family tag. Sometimes I don't like when transparencies are all the way see-through, so I, you know, add them onto white paper or another card. And here I was just playing with product. I love taking pictures of my wrapping paper every year. Here I had a whole little photo shoot with my little bow and added some fun stars, added my digital journaling, and that's a page. And here, like, this is all the way to actually like the 2nd of January because I was on a trip, but I always love the days before Christmas. They're some of my favorites. Here's another see-through hexagon. Transparencies layered over the tree. I love taking the shots with the presents. Got a little tag with journaling. It's like a little flock tree. Just nice and simple, and I really love that paper, so I wanted to show it off. Here's like another flip out. I love doing flip outs using 12x12 page protectors for showcasing stuff where I have a lot of photos. It's just a fun way to do it. Here I used a Christmas card that matched, and I have a tuxedo cat, so it worked perfect. Another example of taking those circle die cuts and making them into hexagons for that year. Another card, some resting places. And then here we were traveling. This was a transparency for that year. I'll probably duplicate this one because we're going on another trip this year. And then we were in Vegas, that's right, for this trip. So plane selfies and trying to still make it Christmassy. Taking advantage of things I learned in like travel classes, you know, by putting 2x3 horizontal photos together. Double page spreads, you know. It doesn't have to be a Christmas photo for it to be awesome and beautiful. More travel stuff. These lean more into travel decor than, I mean, decorations and embellishments than they do lots of full-size photos. Another transparency here, getting ready for New Year's Eve. Going out to dinner, we're going to see Lady Gaga. Like I said, not afraid to use all the photos, tell all the fun stories. Showing, here's another paper bag in here. And then use the numbers kind of like as a countdowny kind of thing in my mind. Gambling, flying home, a nice place to rest. And then I love using these pockets here to hold my Christmas card photos for the year. So that, you know, does take up a lot of space. So, you know, just keeping it simple, not always trying to force everything. And then we get to 2020, where it is not simple and they barely close. I actually need to keep an eye out for a third album maybe, because these are gonna get ruined. So my title page here that was inspired by Allie that year. Love the colors, totally dove into the black and copper theme last year. And this was inspired by Morgan Beale from the design team. I totally stole her idea. It is fantastic. Love it. It's one of my favorite pages in the whole damn album. So here we have a kid tag. So here you can see where it's different, where I gave them like a cookie, a favorite song, and then hot cocoa or cider, whipped cream or marshmallows, cookies, eating cookies or baking cookies, you know, just something fun like that. So here we are again. Day one is my tree story, including another flip out. But I love this. I think this is so pretty. I love this copper word, which is something that is a big theme in this album. And this year, I did the same thing. Day one is Stories of the Tree. There's tags with a ribbon, you know. Why break what's not broken, or fix what's not broken. Tons of photos of kitties and kids. One of my other favorite pages here, this transparency circle page. Decorated tree. This album I played a lot more. So I added texture paste, which I'm planning to do this year, and added my journaling in there. This was a page by Amy Gretchen in the product play class. Had a blast playing with all those embellishments. Another interactive page inspired by product play. Another page inspired by the prep party last year. With I love this vellum on the back. I didn't do my mink, I vellumed it, and it's just gorgeous. Got another kid tag, or actually adult tag. Here's my music for this year. It was all new stuff. New to me stuff, but again, you know, I went with a Noel star, Holly Jolly Christmas, Be Merry, La La La. You know, playing up those pieces. Here we've got another book story. This one I, you know, did an open flap. Thought that was fun and creative, even though it's a really simple page. Love this one. So the kiddo made me another painting this year. So she made this one, and then I cut a spot for a Grinch quote on vinyl. And then on the back, I did some journaling, and then I copied, or I took a photo, I should say, of her signing the back. And then I just pulled that out and printed it on the photo with the back. So this year, she made me another painting at my request last weekend. That was this one. I've been just giving her, hey, make whatever you want kind of instructions, and that's what she made. She's 14. And last year when she made that, she was 13. So totally awesome. And then I used that as an opportunity to then tell Christmas movies and stories. Heroes working, kept it simple. Loved this one of my love of Christmas PJs. Got a little fold out. I think that might have been an Allie idea or something like that. One thing I will say I love here. So I stitched, layered a label, and tucked a little tree behind that. And I did that in a few places in this album, but this was the first place that I did, and I love it. And they have more of these trees that are instead plastic, they're vellum. So love it. This one I need to finish or just take out. I was gonna do a printout of my top songs that I listened to that year from my Apple Music. I just never finished it. I have them all saved, I just haven't copied and the information over. This was another day I loved. Took a paint class. It's a chunky page. Made this amazing painting that I didn't know I could make. But I did, you know, step-by-step photos where we sketched it. Got my journaling. This was based on yellow to make the blue warm and pop. And so it was detail shots, and then I took an overhead shot of me working on it. Love this. One of my favorites. Here I did a flat lay of our Christmas cookies. Just put them on a white foam board, spread them out. Tried to pay attention to like where my reds were, and then left room so I knew I'd have a place to put a number, you know, nice and simple. This was a product play idea from Allie. Starting to get a little warped though. Kind of surprising because it's pretty flat here. More cookie stories. And then this was a big thing last year, making these transparency circles, because Allie did it, so the rest of us did it. Cute kitty photos. Another wreath page, like I mentioned, it's the exact same paper. Here's our Christmas card. So I got little hairs in here. Again, I went with inspiration from the products that year, and I did another, I think, rose gold foil again, and went with black, so there was a lot of black in this one. With that plain page, you could see it well. Had another interactive booklet. I'm not going to take that out. It's really hard to get, but I love the way the Snow Day one came out. And I'm really excited to photograph our new house, because right around here we thought we might be moving, and so I wanted to, you know, document it. Got birthday in December. More milkshake stories, same as last year. Here I had an advent calendar, which I have another one for this year, so that'll be fun to start tomorrow. Another gift wrap story, nice and simple. Didn't want to, you know, go too crazy with the decorations, and paired it with this awesome envelope page idea inspired by Amy Vandenbrink, who did it the year before. Loved playing with all these. And then added our initials and just little notes inside. Some shots of me wrapping. Normally I just say, hey, I wrapped, or here's my paper. This year I took a picture of my view, you know, watching probably Home Alone or Elf. And then I turned around and took a selfie of myself with the paper, you know, just for some different views. And then, you know, one with Kitty, who was my helper. So that was album 1 for 2020. I think we got up to page 17, maybe? I have to look again. Maybe 18. Here I put my pin from last year, and I'm going to do the same thing this year, rip off the things and put it on with some glue dots. And let's go to album 2. So took advantage of having another fun inside piece and a die cut here. Made this rainbow transparency myself based off of a digital card that year. Love it, with a nice bokeh shot. So here's another instance where I was saying, you know, I love the circle photos. It's one of my favorites. Here I like layered this over top of the number, over top of this little sticker here, you know, just create some dimension, and it's really not that thick, but I love the way it came out. That was the story of the Christmas star last year, and I used pieces from the star kit to tell that story, and the constellation kit, which was really fun. Yeah, so we're on day 21, and this thing is chunky because I went all the way to the end. Here's my card from that year. Nice resting place. I loved stitching on all of these, and I can't really do it with the type of designs that we have this year because they have like stuff around them unless I stitch right along the edge there. It just depends on how I use them, but I don't think I'll be able to. That reminds me, I finally found, go me, my acetate pop-ins. So I actually, while I'm here, I couldn't find them for like a year. And I was like, eventually I'll find them and I will put this card in by itself that someone had given me for like a Secret Santa gift exchange. So I'm gonna set that right here and take care of it when we're done. So yeah, we had a Secret Santa at work. Here is my light up page. Boom. It is chunky, but it's so fun. Using another digital from Allie. I believe that was from the prep party last year. And then, oops, telling a story of some stockings. Dang, that's getting ripped up right here because of that thing. That's a bummer. So that's the family card. And here I did the same treatment again. Telling the story of our brand new stockings. And then here we're getting into Christmas. So I had an interesting Christmas last year. We didn't see the kids till the day after. So the 25th was me opening presents from my mom. That's like a FaceTime call. And some family stuff. And this isn't finished, but I will try to get that finished this year as well. Loved adding this pom-pom trim. You know, I love using these 3x8s just as page dividers or places to put some fun embellishments. There's another card. And then here's our Christmas with the kids the next year. Or the next day, I mean. Love this double page spread. I want to do something again like this. I actually like stood over my tree and took a photo like looking straight down for this one. Intentionally got the branches in there. Didn't even know what I was going to do with it, but just love the way it came out. You know, it was a great shot at all the papers, and just really, really happy with that one. And then here again, another flip out. Not afraid. And here's another paper tree. You know, not afraid to scrap lift myself, I guess is the best way to put it. You know, when I have a lot of photos. And for Christmas, I love taking lots of photos. Here I did another one of these circle transparency pages like I did for day, I don't know, 4 or 5, whatever it was. But I did a double, so you can see through all the layers. And I really had fun playing with product. Like here, this is copper paper with a clear transparency and then a little die cut stapled together, you know, or this word phrase sticker. You know, had a lot of fun playing with all these word phrases that went across the bottom of the circles. I thought that was really fun. And looked for really long ones. So that's something that I should jot down as a note to myself to look for. And I'll show you where I keep my notes in a minute. Because that was something that I really enjoyed doing, but it might not occur to me to do it again. So here I created a fun little shaker tag with one of those transparencies by just backing it onto some vellum and, you know, again, just having fun. Does it need to be there? No. Is it awesome? Yes. Again, just more photos of the kids, cooking dinner, the kitties playing with their new little toy. Oh, got another flip out here. Decorated cookies with the kids because we hadn't seen them for quite a bit of Decembers. Then here we were with Bridgerton time. I watched the entire series on, I think, the 25th because we didn't see the kids, and then I watched the entire series like again and ordered the book immediately, like the next day. So I was deep in it. And then my hot cocoa bomb mold finally made it. So I made my own hot cocoa bombs, which I want to do again this year. It was really fun. Highly recommend doing it. And here I have just a fun shot of my mug with my cocoa and a fun marshmallow in there. And then some kitty stories for the 30th. And then here we are on New Year's Eve. I tried all month to use this, and then I was like, I can use it for New Year's Eve. Added texture paste again. Use more of these copper words. Just nice ways to continue the same things throughout this, you know, the album. Added a vinyl word here. Added some photos of the cats wearing their little New Year's hats. And my pictures of my family. So, just kind of fun. It was just kind of sitting there. They would not wear them. The bingo card from Future Craft. Here's my calendar. I didn't even finish it this year, you know, but I added some fun puffy stickers, and that's good enough for me. And again, used the card to hold my friends' Christmas cards that they sent us. So I'll be doing the same thing again this year for quite a few of these stories, and I am okay with that. I'm just learning how to adapt everything to 10x8 in my mind, because like I said, I'm so in tune to the 6x8 album size. So I hope you're inspired. I know I just kind of re-inspired myself, even though I sort of flew through that. But I'm excited for 2021. I don't know about you guys. And if you didn't get a chance to see my, I call it a product gathering video. Just move this out of the way here. So I shared my video of how I prepare. So I've got, you know, my transparencies, my envelopes, my round die cuts. Here's all my transparencies I want to use. This will just be a quick flyby. Some product tucked in here. I'm going to be making a homemade wreath tomorrow night on the 1st. I scheduled a class for that. Here's our Christmas cards. I tucked that in here. Went with a buffalo plaid. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to incorporate that because I don't really have any good 6x8 transparencies for that, which I usually just honestly staple them. So I'm thinking about taking a 10x8 and cutting out a window with acetate and sandwiching it in there and then doing something next to it with journaling. So we'll see. Here's my fireplace page. I do have a process video for that. Here's another one that lights up just like last year. I can't wait for that. And then I haven't really created a title page. I think I'm sticking with this vellum sheet. I think I'm going to take some puffy stickers and just put a 2021 right here and keep it nice and simple. On the back is my big 10x8 calendar, you know, so I've adapted to that. And I've just got my vellum sheets and then some pattern papers. And the only stuff that I really have, you know, is like gift wrap themed. I've got, sorry, you know, my hearts this year instead of hexagons or circles. It'll be a lot of heart stuff. And then I've got my Christmas Day stuff together. We're going on a cruise, so I've got my adventure card. I've got my pocket ready to go for Christmas cards. So I'm ready and excited to share with you. I'll be sharing videos every day. And in case you're interested, I also have a Spotify playlist of all my favorite Christmas songs ready to go for you guys. It's like 3 hours long, so have fun with that while you're scrapping. And I can't wait to see you. You'll see me for day 1 first thing in the morning, and I can't wait to see you again for day 2. So happy scrapping and happy December daily. Thanks so much. Bye. Okay guys, sorry, I realized that as soon as I stopped filming that I forgot to show you how I do my calendar. So I keep it really simple with just dated 1 through 31. Honestly, this year I'm not sure I'm going to New Year's Eve, but I might. But I keep notes of things that I already have ideas for or know things I'm doing that day. Wreath class, decorating. I've already made that decision that those 2 got flipped. I have some pictures of my kittens in like a little cat cardboard box that's like themed like a present. Stinking adorable. I have some cute pictures of them in that. I'm going to a place called Tinseltown. It's like a light, spectacular thing you can walk through. That's on a Saturday. So maybe on Sunday we'll do gingerbread houses. Maybe on the 6th I'll feature our Christmas card. Don't know. 7th I have a potluck at work. The 8th maybe I'll do other decor around the house. You know, I already have some other photos printed that I didn't use from my day 1 that you will see. Where, you know, that's a duplicate actually. You know, I have this picture or me hanging out under the tree with Kitty. Stinking cute. Maybe I will take maybe I'll do a painting that day or paint ornaments. Here for day 10, I want to do something with the 10 stockings download from the prep party. 11th, maybe will be a date night. 12th, I'm going to do a bucket list from that awesome new download from Jessica. No, I can't think of it. It's Jessica something from the Mom Creative and Ellie. They shared that free download. My boyfriend's birthday. We're leaving on a cruise. It's Christmas, New Year's Eve. So after that, I'll just fill it in. You know, I'm not really worried about finding stories this year. You know, somewhere along there we'll have the first snow, or I'll take a picture of what our house looks like outside at night with, you know, the Christmas tree in the windows and the wreath on the door after I make it. You know, stuff like that. So then after that, I have like some new Christmas movies or movies that I've already watched for the holidays, or a new song. Taylor Swift redid her Christmas Tree Farm with old-timey version. So some page ideas that I want to do. Somebody, and I took snapshots of everything with people's names so I can give credit. Somebody in the L Studio group did big tag like upside down with the bow this way, and I was like, that's stinking cute. And I have some really cute 4x8 tags, so maybe I could do a page with tags or photos or something. Someone during the heart Instagram hop did like a pocket made out of all kinds of different hearts, so I wrote heart pockets. Ashley Horton made this awesome joy cutout with like the lettering from this year, that's like the themed lettering like this. She spelled out joy, and in the O she made like a wreath. And then she did some like dangling words that said to the world, like on a string. But I was thinking about doing December Daily with the downloads from the prep party that Pam Baldwin created, and making that part of my reason why, which I still haven't finished. An ornament page, or someone took a selfie of themselves in an ornament, and then there's like a million circle embellishments around them. Or here, I saw this idea on, I think, a Paige Evans thing, where someone stitched and added sequins and like stitching and all these tiny little embellishments like going in a starburst around the page, and it was really cool. So I have that. Someone took the star kit envelope and created a 21. I saw somewhere where for the window cards, they put them in the shape of a tree. That could be fun. One of the product play ideas was the wreath with a spinner. I have a photo saved somewhere of someone that did a wreath made out of houses. And we have wooden houses, we have puffy sticker houses, we've got chipboard houses. Like, it was really cool. Someone took the box flaps, which were like really rounded, and made like a layered pocket. Somebody, like after the heart spinny thing from Allie, someone took their tree chipboard pieces and cut out a Little Debbie Christmas tree snack cake box out of the box itself, or maybe a photo, I don't know, and cut out a tree shape and then had tree spinners. It was awesome. This was an idea that Teresa Moxley had to make a wreath out of triangle paper cutouts. Here's that note I just made for myself with like a sticker along the bottom of the photo. And the last thing I have here is I have a photo where someone stitched a piece of fabric in the corner of their photo, and it's like scrunched up, and then they have like embellishments all around it and like stitched a word. So I went to the craft store and I bought myself some fabric that matches my Christmas card this year, and I have wrapping paper. So this will be the year of Buffalo check. So right now that's what I've got going on for 2021 December Daily. And this sheet right here, I will go through 3 drafts of this, no joke. I will change my mind, or I will scribble stuff out, or my arrows, I'll start to forget what they mean, or I'll write down other ideas like, oh, do this page on this day. After a while, I just rip it off and rewrite it and then cross out what I've already done. So, but it's a system that works for me. So, all right, I will get back to the end of the video.